In a crowded restaurant, one simple act of courage changed everything. A single father stood between a frightened waitress and a wealthy diner, and in that moment 2 worlds collided. The restaurant buzzed with soft chatter and the clinking of cutlery, but all of it fell away when Ethan stepped forward. Calm yet firm, he shielded the trembling waitress and said just 4 words, "She's with me." At a corner table, Clara Montgomery, known to the world as the heir to a luxury empire, paused. Everyone else saw just a customer defending a waitress. But Clara saw something more, a man who carried storms inside him yet refused to let them break him. Ethan hadn't come looking for attention. After a long day fixing cars at the garage, he just wanted to grab takeout and head home to his daughter, Lily, the little girl who was his entire world. But when he witnessed cruelty, he couldn't stay silent. Protecting others had become second nature ever since life forced him to stand tall for Lily. When the tension settled, Ethan left quietly, his takeout bag swinging by his side. But Clara couldn't look away. Something inside her urged her to follow. Out on the rain-tinged street, she stopped him. "Wait. I just wanted to thank you." He nodded, shifting the bag. "It's nothing. Sometimes you just have to step in." To Clara, it wasn't nothing. It was the first real act of honesty she'd seen in a long time. Over the next few days, she found herself thinking about him. The steady mechanic who treated her like a person, not a name. She even spotted him at a small diner laughing with Lily, a laugh so genuine it softened the edges of his weary eyes. Clara hesitated at the door but stepped inside. For once, she didn't feel like an heiress under glass. She felt like a woman invited into a world of warmth. But Clara's life was not her own. Whispers spread fast, rumors about the heiress spending time with a mechanic. Her father's warning echoed like chains. You can't risk the family's image for someone like him. Yet Clara couldn't forget the way Ethan stood in that restaurant. Steady, unshaken, true. One afternoon, at the park where Lily flew her kite, Clara confessed her fears to Ethan. It would be easier to walk away, but it feels impossible. He looked at her for a long moment before speaking softly. You don't owe anyone the version of yourself they expect. The only thing you owe is to live a life you won't regret. Those words anchored her. Slowly, Clara began reclaiming pieces of freedom, skipping social events, inviting Ethan and Lily to art exhibits, introducing them to friends who valued kindness over status. Each choice was a plank in the bridge between their worlds. It wasn't easy. Paparazzi lurked. Her father's disapproval stung, and Ethan worried about exposing Lily to unwanted attention. But each trial only revealed how much they were willing to fight for something real. Then came another rainy evening, back at the very restaurant where it all began. Clara sat at a corner table waiting. Ethan arrived with Lily tucked under his arm, raindrops still clinging to his hair. When he looked at Clara, he didn't see the heiress everyone gossiped about. He saw the woman who chose him, and chose honesty over expectation. They shared a quiet meal, laughter mixing with the sound of rain outside. For the first time, Clara felt free. Not because the world stopped watching, but because she no longer cared. When they stepped into the night, Clara slipped her hand into Ethan's. The cameras flashed across the street, but it didn't matter. Life would never be simple, but it would be real. And in that honesty, there was love. There was courage. And the beginning of a life built not on image, but on choice. This was HQ Infinite Stories, where every story reminds us that courage and kindness can rewrite even the most powerful destinies.